give you a quick rundown on exactly what I'm working on. I'm building built-in cabinets for my, I would call it a dining room, but we don't use it as a dining room. So we're gonna make built-in cabinets. So looking at it now, we are looking at 8-foot base cabinet, which I've already made. I basically followed the Bourbonmoth's way of making cabinets. Obviously, these are made specifically for
how I wanted to make them, but basically you got 2
stretchers here and here, and one in the back. And I actually have one down here in the bottom as well. The 2 center supports are doubled up. Most people don't do this. I wanted to make it as strong as possible, so these 2 middle supports are actually 2 3/4-inch plywoods put together. I already have the back cut out. This is just from a 1/4-inch panel. Usually I have the shelf supports. The shelves are made out of 3/4-inch, and I just glued on some poplar pieces to do the edge banding. So I have 3 of those. I have obviously 6 doors that I've made. I just used the table saw to make all the stiles and the rails, and then just a 1/4-inch panel in the middle. Last, I was gonna laminate some boards, but Lowe's actually has these edge glued boards. 2 of these actually is 8 foot long, which is exactly what I need, and we'll have an inch overhang. I think I'll have to trim it a little bit. And then it is on to painting. If you love sanding as much as I do, then you will absolutely love filling nail holes. I don't know if I'm going a little over the top, but I am filling these little cracks here between the stiles and the rails. Will I be able to see that when I'm painting? I don't know, but if I fill them, I sure as heck know I won't. So. The answer is yes, I am wearing double camo. This is my garage jacket, so get off. I literally just bought another sander to have 2 as an option, and this one, my old one, actually ended up dying literally while I was using it, so now I'm back to 1. But my dad and I set up the paint booth. I really didn't know what I was doing. I'm using the Harbor Freight purple spray gun with my compressor, but my compressor really couldn't keep up very well, so just a quick pro tip for anybody who hasn't sprayed before. Like I'm doing here a little bit earlier, make sure that your stuff is vertical, not flat, especially if you're using a gravity-fed gun. Sounds obvious, but I screwed it up. So just make sure it's vertical, your gun will work a whole lot better. I used the Kreg concealed hinge jig, which worked super awesome. I had trouble figuring out in between the 5 and the 6 of the settings, but I think it would have worked either way because I had absolutely no problems. So if you're doing concealed hinges, I definitely recommend getting one of these. It's totally worth it. For the top I used those glued boards from Lowe's, and I ended up using a pretty small round over bit and did both sides. It was just a little bit too short, so I had to cut 2 boards and get another one, make 3 separate sections. If I would have done it again, I would have done just one long board all the way across. I think it would have made everything a whole lot easier. So as the stain was drying and everything like that, I started leveling out the cabinet, which turns out I didn't have to do anything. It was already level, probably because of the tile. I added a small quarter round at the bottom and then connected to the studs in the walls. The figure 8 tabletop connectors I used were from Rockler, which were super simple, and I would definitely use them again. Once I I think I ended up putting 5 coats of poly on top. My wife helped me put all these sections in. She mostly just pushed them as tight together as possible to get a really decent fit, but it really ended up working out pretty well. I used the Bourbonmoth soft close hinges. They're super expensive, but I think they're like $18 a pair. But they're a piece of cake to put in. The instructions are on rockler.com, and really you can't go wrong with them. They were probably easier than any other hinge I've ever tried to put on.